Okay, so welcome back to class. On today's video, we want to create slides. We want to create your class slides using CANVA. You know, in physical classes, when you're going to classes, you are carrying lesson notes, you are carrying your lesson plan, you are carrying a lot of things. But in on online classes, you don't need a physical lesson plan, you don't need a physical lesson note, but you need what? Slides. So it is the lesson notes that you've created, that you've drafted, either you typed it or you used AI, whatever it is you did with it, whatever it is you used to generate it. It is this lesson note that you do what? That you paste into your slides using Canva. But before we get to slides, first of all, we need to generate a lesson plan. It is this lesson plan we will now use to do what? We use to create our slides. Now, I want to describe my idea. I want to tell Canva AI what I want, right? So I say, I need a lesson plan on the topic family. It is for grade 2 pupils. Okay? I need a lesson plan on the topic family. It is for grade 2 pupils. So Canva is going to generate me a lesson plan for primary 2 pupils, and this lesson will last for 40 minutes. Can you see? Lesson plan, my family, grade 2. Subject, I didn't tell it subject, so it suggested subject for me. Social studies or English. Topic, family. Duration, 40 minutes. The same thing you are supposed to have in your physical lesson plan. That's what you're supposed to have in your online, your virtual lesson plan. Do you understand? Now, I'm not telling you to draft all of these things. That's grade 2 subjects, this especially if you are a one-man squad. Me, I'm a one-man squad. I don't work for any agency. But if you have to sign up on these agencies, on these websites to get a job, I think I have drafted a lesson plan for somebody before that didn't know how to use it, and I collected cool 20,000 naira on the spot. Do our own included videos. Do you understand? So if you are a one-man squad, nobody's asking you to provide your lesson plan. You don't do this. It's not compulsory. What I mean by you don't have all these things. You can just start from drafting it, main activity, talk about different types of family. Do you understand? You can just start your lessons, your slides from there. But if you have if you work with an agency, if you work with a website, the lady I worked for said that they tell them to submit their lessons, their slides at the end of the day. Good. So it is you that you will now know how to draft it. Tell AI what you want, it gives it to you, then you begin to do what? You begin to copy and paste. Now for your lesson outline, it's asking you, greet the class and ask who is in your family. Right? Your introduction, you show flashcards. You can create flashcards too using Canva. You can print them if you want. Pictures of family members. Say each word and have pupils repeat. Main activity, 15 minutes. Discussion. Now, talk about different types of families. Class activity, blah, blah, blah. Now, you can now tell AI what you want. Let's go back to this main activity. This is the main cocoa. Talk about different types of families. You can now say, tell me the different types of family. You can even give it expo. Different types of family. I know we have nuclear and what extended. That's basically what we have. Nuclear and extended. Right? Okay, this is different types of families. Good. Big, small, single parent, extended. You can also say also include members of nuclear and extended families. You know, just something like this. Just let's see what it's going to tell us. Can you see? It's generating this. It has generated it. Nuclear family. A nuclear family is a small family. It usually has parents and their children living together, blah blah blah, as the case may be. Now you can copy this. Let's see. You can copy this. You can create doc. You can copy. You can select text, create document out of it, as the case may be. Now, whatever it is you want to do, you can select text. The reason it's asking you to select text is because you already have more than one thing you have asked AI. So it wants you to select the exact thing you want to copy. Can you see it now? You can copy this. Go to WhatsApp, for your personal WhatsApp. If you're someone like me, I have more than 10 groups with myself on WhatsApp. I have different groups for different things. I have a group for mathematics resources. I have a group for whatever. I have a group with my family. I have a group where I write my market list. I have a lot of groups with myself on WhatsApp. So you can use this method. Create a group with yourself on WhatsApp, and you can just title it lesson plans or lesson note ideas. You can just copy this somewhere and go and paste it. After you've done that, you come back to Canva. Now we want to go and create what? We want to go and create slides. We want to go and create slides for our class. Alright, now we've created our lesson plan. We now want to create our slides. We want to create our slides. Now, this template is still showing us worksheets. So you can just come here, your template, and type what? You can type teachers slides, or you can just say social studies slides. Let's see if we have social studies. I'm sure of chemistry. So let's see if we have slides that resonate with social studies. So we can use what? Good. Can you see? Exploring challenge. This is how it looks like. Social science, understanding ancient civilizations, social science class. Okay, my community resonates with my family. Good. Let's use this. It's loading. Now, this is your slide. Let's talk about now. You begin to edit it. So it's saying this is my community. You can change this to my family. You can change it to my family. No, let's write that properly. My family. Good. By, you can just come here and write say by Primara Math Hub. By Primara Math Hub. Now this is a family. We can change these houses to people if you want. You can as well leave it, because families live in what? Families live in houses. Slide 2. Before you begin, directions. No, we don't want this. So we can change it. Now, if you are working with agencies that request your slides after your classes, you might have to present this one after the other. After writing your topic, right? When you come here, you write your lesson objectives. You go to where you pasted your lesson objectives. You just come here and do what? And paste it. So here we can have lesson objectives. Let's also delete this one. Let's delete this. That's exact write-up. Good. So let's come to text. A little body of text, and write what? Lesson objectives. Lesson objectives is in the middle. We don't want it there. You take it up here. You come to font size. You increase it to suit you. Place it in the middle. Then you can bolden this a little. Now you can now type your lesson objectives here. So you can say, to know by the end of this lesson, blah blah blah, to know the 2 types of family, to know members of a nuclear family, to know members of an extended family. Full stop. So you edit where necessary. I started with a small letter here. I need to fix it. Good. So this is what you are going to keep doing until you've exhausted. So we have this. Now the next thing you can do is to bolden this a little. Don't create boring slides. You can just bolden this. to know the two types of family, to know members of a nuclear family, to know members of an extended family. So it is assumed that these are the 3 things you want your students to learn at the end of their class. Now, the next is where I live. Right now, you can add a photo if you so wish. So we can just tap here and say nuclear family, and reduce the font size so that it can balance into that space. Reduce the font size, something like this. You reduce it. Okay, now you can explain what a nuclear family is in this text. Edit this and explain what the nuclear family is in this text. Now you can add a photo. Now, what photo are you going to add? Photo of a nuclear family. You should add a photo of what? Of a nuclear family. So you go to elements. These are elements. Now it's asking you, what do you want? Search elements. So what do I want? I want nuclear family. Now, Canva Elements is divided into a lot of things. We have graphics, we have photos, we have videos, we have audio. If you want to include videos in that place for the picture, you are free. If you want graphics, you're also free. If you want pictures, you're also free. So, let me see all. I tapped on graphics. Now, these are examples of nuclear family from my graphics. So, my first picture has a father, a mother, a boy, and a girl. My second picture has a father, a mother, and older children. That family has a lot of children. Okay, good. So we can just use this first one. And fit it into this place. You can fit it here. Nuclear family. You come here. This is a picture, so you can delete it and add a. You can delete this. Delete. When you delete it, you come back to elements and add a shape. This is a shape. I chose the first shape. Can you see that it automatically became my brand color? This is a shape, but I don't want it in this color. So let's do white. Good. This is a shape, nuclear family. Good. So you can now type inside that chat box. You can type inside that square. You can type into that shape. Type definition of nuclear family. Example. The picture you have is an example. So this is how you create your slides. You keep creating until you are done. And by the time you are done, what do? You just export it. Come to the top right hand of your phone, download. And how do you export it? You export it as a PowerPoint slide. Export as PowerPoint slide and you download. And that is that for creating slides using Canva. Remember that the first thing you must do is to create a lesson plan. Especially if you need to submit it to somebody, you must create a lesson plan. Do you understand? You must create your lesson plan, especially if you need to submit it to somebody. Even if you're not submitting to somebody, you create it, but it won't be as detailed as somebody who is submitting to somebody. You won't have learning objectives, you won't have subjects, you won't have time, you won't have duration, you won't have it. But you must use your lesson plan for a class. And your lesson plan should not be boring. Don't create it with ChatGPT. It should not be boring. If you create to ChatGPT, your slides will just be white and black. So you can, even if you create with ChatGPT, you can now copy and begin to design it using what? Using Canva. See you in our next video. Bye.